Morning, everyone. We're going to be doing the Yang 24 movement abbreviated short form, whichever one you want to use as the calling card for that. So it's the 24 movement form. We're going to go through some of the warm-up as usual and then resume with the form, go over a few of the postures and maybe some of the transitions. So with that said, we're going to start off with a few warm-ups, hands up like this. That's your hoop position. It's also when you do the part the horse's mane or grasp the sparrow's tail, you have the rounded position, sometimes called pung. Okay, so we're going to turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, to the side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right, 2, 3. To your left, 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To right, 2, 3. To your left, 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands on your waist. Rotating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, and stop. Okay, cross, knees, circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Hands on your waist. Neck turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. and a tilt to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Center, rotating. 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Center, hands up. Pull in, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, we spread our feet, turn the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and stop. Okay, let's turn, stretch it out a little. We still have those downward postures that require spreading the feet wider and going a little bit deeper into the stance. Switch. 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 Center. Okay. To the inner thigh. Okay, shake it out. Deep breathing, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, we'll loosen up the wrists a little. Just make a few circles. Pull the wrist back. Pull the fingertips back. Stretch out the forearms. Just the bottom of the forearm, the top of the forearms for the hook wrists. Shoulders a little bit stretched. So this gets all the way into your back. Cross fingers. Take it high. Front. Stretch out the fingers. Bring it down. Invert the hands. Okay. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, let's put the hands on the waist. Do circular movements with the hip, making a circle. or the knees making a circle. Other side. Okay, bring it around the other way. Turn the foot. Turn the hips, open the hip. Helps you with the toe out position. Stretch it out. Relax the ankles. Okay, shake it out. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so we'll go through some of the positions and postures, starting off with the feet like this, and we open the stance. Preparation, sink the elbows and down. So here we actually leave the hands a little gap like that to leave a little bit of space here. Okay. We shift. Let's toe out like this. Part the horse's mane. Part the horse's mane. Part the horse's mane. Okay. Stork flaps wings. Turn. Brush knee. Okay, so to toe out, find your position, step out, brush knee. Third one, toe out, brush knee, half step forward, strum the lute. Back corner, fold the elbow, fold the knee, repulse the monkey 4 times actually. The last one's kind of a half a motion on the back side. Here's your third one. And here's your fourth one, which this hand stops here, and we come to here. Hold the ball, step out, ward off, roll back, front foot stays down, press, and push. Now we step up. We're going to do the right side, forward, back, press, and push. Okay, now once you get to that position, we hook the wrists, step out to the side, draw across, the single whip. Okay, so single whip positions like this. If you have a little trouble with the deeper stance, just go to a narrower stance, not as physically taxing on the legs. Some people go really deep into the stance, but it's harder to get out of the stance, so it takes more strength. Okay, then when we turn back, we have to go to cloud hand. So when we turn back and your legs are spread out like this, then your cloud hand is going to be wide. So you don't want to go too wide on the cloud hands. Okay, let's try that again. So we're in single whip position, and we end up coming back. Say from the single whip, we go through the first set of movements like this. There's one set, second set, and we shift over and we move toward the left, and the third set, and then we finish with single whip again. We step out, and we're like this. Okay? So from typically grasp the sparrow's tail, okay, we would turn and go this way, we would ward off, roll back, press, and push. We hook the wrists, open the stance, then we transition into the grasp the sparrow's tail, which is done with 6 hand movements. This is 5, 6, hook to the corner, open the stance, and here. And then we're back with the next set of movements. So when we finish the push here, we turn as a transition from the grasp the sparrow's tail movement, we ward off, press, and push. Then we turn toward the left, and we turn toward the right. Now our weight is here. We step out and face the side. So the form started here. We're back to this position going toward the left. Okay. So let's do the form up to that position, then we'll work the next section, all right? So we start off here. You're facing the mirror, and then we turn toward the left to hold the ball. We'll part the horse's mane. Part the horse's mane. Step up, part the horse's mane. Stork flaps wings. Brush knee 3 times. There's 1, 2, and 3. Shift, strum the lute, prepare to repulse the monkey that goes backwards. Here's the first one, second one, third one, and fourth. And that kind of stops here. Okay? So this is repulse the monkey. Then we hold the ball again. We ward off. This is grasp the sparrow's tail. Press forward. Bring the hands down. So it becomes a circular movement. Push. Turn. Hold the ball. Ward off. Roll back. Press. And push. Then we end up here. We square the feet, turn toward the mirror, turn back to the left. Now here's single whip. And we do the set of cloud hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you hook your wrist back to single whip. Okay. So up to that point is what we did in the frontal view. So that takes us through cloud hands, and then it begins the next section, which has the 2 kicks and 2 punches to the ear. So how those appear to be is that we're here, single whip, we shift the weight, step up, palm strikes face. Okay, so palm strikes face takes us into the corner, we lift up, and we do a heel kick, then we bring the hands down into the corner with 2 punches to the ear. Now the next movement, actually, we're going to turn and face the opposite back corner, and we scoop up, we lift the knee, and we do a heel kick. And then we're going to hook the wrist and then go down to downward posture. So if we did that the kick was here, we did the 2 punches here. If we use the mirror just to see what it looks like, when we lift up like this and we open it up and do the heel kick, the next thing we do is hook the wrist and we step out. Now, if you can't go down all the way, then just go partially like this. So we just narrow the stance and just come up. And then we just go to the golden cockroach stance on one leg. Then we do this side and pass through. I mean, the downward posture is pretty strenuous if you're not flexible enough. Then you hold the ball here, and we have Jade Lady Work Shuttle. That's the beginning of those 2 movements. So right now, we're not mapping it out. The last kick should have happened over there. We started over here, and then the Jade Lady Work Shuttle happens on that back side. Would be the right of center. That would all happen on that side. But using the mirrors as a reference, for the kicks, your hands go like this. On the opposite side, your knee goes up, and you go to that corner. And then you would execute the kick, and then from there go down to downward posture. So if you have the flexibility, then you have to slide down and then come up and go right into the golden cockroach. So in the hook side position, as you go down here, you go down the leg, and then this hand ends up here. And then this hand will end up here as we lift this knee, as we pass through center. So then this hand, you would go down, and actually you go to the other side, sorry. And you lift this knee with this hand, and then you would turn, face that way. This leg goes out, and then this leg hand goes down. Then this is here, then this is going to go up. So we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we round out here, hold the ball, and then we go to the 2 corners. Jade Lady Work Shuttle. So how that would look is when you're here and you go down, this goes down, this goes up, then we're here, step out. That's a Jade Lady Work Shuttle. Hold the ball, step out, Jade Lady Work Shuttle. Then we shift the weight, plant the foot here, turn to the rear, fold the elbow, and insert the needle. Bringing the hand here, it's fan to the back. So fan to the back from a side view looks like this. So you're in a leaning position versus the fan to the back in the Wu style is like this. So this one is actually like this, more of a lean, just like single whip. So that's the difference between, say, single whip here and single whip here. So those are stylistic differences. One's in like this horse stance with the feet out to corners, and the other one, the Yang style one, is more the hook wrist and the lean. So that is about 135 degrees, whereas the other one is more square to the window or to the mirror. Okay, so the 2 kicks and the palm strikes face is the next section of the form. So if we were to pick that up from the cloud hands, we would step up like this and do the palm strikes face. Now when we do this, the scoop, now we step over to that back corner. 1, 2, 3. There's the heel kick. Then you go down, and you have 2 punches to the ear. Okay. So this is about as wide as your forehead, about eye level or eyebrow level. And then we're going to sit back and turn this foot directly behind the front, because we're now in the 45-degree corner. And we're going to do a heel kick, and then hook this wrist, and then go down, scoot down the leg. This goes here, and this is going to go up with this leg for the right side golden cockerel, and then we're here. We scoot down to the left side, straighten this foot, this goes down, and this goes up. Okay, now we're going to step off to that corner. We step off to the corner, check the weight, step out to this corner, Jade Lady Work Shuttle. So that's the back rear corner. The front is the mirror. Then we hold the ball again. We step out to this corner, and we're like this. We shift the weight, step back, planting it right behind the front foot. This hand goes here, and this hand's going to shoot right down into this position. So you should be thrusting down. That's insert the needle in the bottom of the C. Insert the needle to the bottom of the C. Set your hands up like this. So these are cross hand position. 2, fan through the back. Okay, now we're going to turn. Just do the mirror as you tilt, and then square the shoulders, lift the knee, and back fist, parry and punch. Then this hand's going to set up for the punch as you divert, block, and punch. And then we cross the arms for the double push, leopard and tiger, springs to mountain. And then we're going to close. We're back to the front. And we open, scoop up, find a parallel shoulder height position, and cross hands. Now we're parallel back to the front, and we're down. So we're still back to the front. This is where we started. So that's the whole sequence, essentially. So we got to see all the different sections grouped together in the mirror, and then we strung it together as we built the form. So using the cloud hands as a reference to the change of movements would be good, because after the cloud hands, you have the palm strikes face, the 2 kicks, the Jade Lady Work Shuttle, and the closing movements. Fan through the back, insert needle. So the back side, you have the 2 kicks, palm strikes face, so that's 3 postures. You have the downward postures, okay? That's another 2, that's 5, Jade Lady Work Shuttle, that's 7, insert needle, and fan through the back, that's 9, and then you have your parry and punch, and that's 10. So, that's about a little less than half the form, but that's where the more difficult movements show up. We have the downward postures. Now remember, we turn to the back to do this. We turn to the back to do this. So those are reference points, because here's your center. When I turn to here and I start going backwards, it's really tracking that line. If I'm here and I'm going to ward off, I'm still within the realm of that space. So when we go through the form, that's essentially what we're doing, because muscle memory, body form, and the imagery of that posture is what it is you're capturing, and all of those are just identifiers for what those positions are. So the names are just to recall and, to identify those postures, and then you create the mental imagery of what that looks like, and then build your transitions. The transitions typically are the hardest part of any of the forms, because it takes more of an understanding of how to create the connections between one posture and the next. And typically a lot of that is tied to your footwork and also directions. So, all of those things are important. So mapping out the form creates the sequence. Individual postures is what we're linking together. So on that note, I think we're about time. So the 24 movement is something in practice, and stay tuned for any other videos that we may have. We're still live streaming. Let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then the rest of those are live stream, but live classes are here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So give us a thumbs up. We also have what we call the Patreon, which is something that you can access through the website. That's a little bit more for not just doing the YouTube videos and copying, but more interaction, because we would involve Zoom, in that instance, where we can actually take a look at what you're learning to get an idea of what's going on with your progress. So on that note, I'll see you next week.